Hey everyone, it's your girl Tiwa Savage, aka Miss Once Upon a Time, and you're watching the one, the only Factory 78.
Factory 78 TV, we're live in the Factory 78 studios. Do not touch that dial. It is the princess of R&B, and of course, the one from Nigeria, Tiwa Onibaje. Tiwa Savage, welcome to the studio.
Wait, if I'm the princess, then who's the queen?
Queen of R&B. I said it right here on Factory 78 TV. Yes, I did. Tiwa Savage.
I'm just joking. How are you?
Listen, it's a pleasure to finally have you in our studios here, looking lovely as always.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Oh, man, look. It's about this album right here, Once Upon a Time. Time. First of all, the way we do it on Factory 78 TV, there's always that elephant in the room where we have to discuss before we move on to the serious matters. Congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you so much.
How is it going? I know the wedding plans. I know, listen, they said there are 2 times in this world you have to get away in front of a woman. One is when she's preparing to get married, and second of all, when she's trying to shop for the first child. Okay. Now you're in that wedding preparation phase. How is it with your man? How is he dealing with all that shopping and all that?
You know what? It's great. A lot of people keep, talking to us like, I hope you guys are not stressed. But, it's really, really stress-free. We have great wedding planners, great friends and family, and everything has been really stress-free. So we're really just enjoying the whole preparation part, and we're looking forward to the big day.
That's fantastic. Congratulations again. One of the reasons everybody knows about it, of course, the blogs, Factory 78 is one of them, the Linda AKGs of this world, not just OKs of this world. I wanted to find out personally from you, what is it like having to deal with being under that much spotlight from the blogs and the websites and all this stuff?
Sure.
What is it like?
I think it comes with the territory. I think it's something that I prepared myself for when I decided that I wanted to do music full time. And like to whom much is given, much is expected, and so I just roll with it. I think the positive outweighs the negative by far, so that keeps me going.
Absolutely. And now it's all about this project, Once Upon a Time. This is your first full body of work, although you've been dropping singles for quite some time. People like us in the UK, we know of Tiwa before anybody else. At least I can say that. What is it like to finally have this project out there? Because I know you've been so passionate about it for the last couple of years.
Yeah, it feels great, I'm just excited with the fact that people have really warmed up and accepted the album. And a lot of people tell me, oh, this song is my favorite. This song is my favorite. So it feels good that, all my hard work hasn't been in vain.
It's good that you talk on the fact that people say, this is my favorite, that's my favorite. My favorite is Shout Out. I know. When I saw the listening session, I clicked on the video, and the song in the background was Shout Out, and I just heard a little bit of a melody. You had the 90s feel, the R&B to it, hip hop, and then you had Iceberg and Sarko there. Tell me about bringing those 2 guys onto that track and the decision you made to just let it go with that genre, really.
Right. When I was recording so many songs, and sometimes you can get trapped into trying to do specific songs just for the Nigerian market. And at one point, I just said to myself, no, I want to do stuff that I like, whether it's tailored to Nigeria or not. I feel like good music will speak to your heart regardless of the genre. And so I heard that track, which was produced by the amazing Spells, and I sat with it for a while, and I wanted to do a feel-good song. So I wrote the verse and the chorus, but I couldn't come up with anything for the verses. So my manager, shout out to him, teebillz, he was just like, you know what, I think Iceberg Slim would be great on this track. Wow. So I was just like, wow. So we called him up, and he was here in literally like 20 minutes, came to the house, did his song in about 30 minutes, and boom, he was done. And then we needed another verse. So again, TJ suggested Sarkodie, and we sent the track to him. He sent it back to us within 24 hours. So it was just natural for everybody, and that's why it's such a great song.
Absolutely. And when I was looking at the credits on this album, this is 19 tracks. To put 10, what we're used to with African artists or Afrobeat artists, 10, 11 tracks, a remix, or an instrumental, or whatever it is. But to put 19 songs on an album, that takes a whole lot of work to do. What was it like making the album for you?
I'm a songwriter. So you have to understand from, where I'm coming from. I write so much. So it's hard for me to write just 10 songs, especially when I already had like 5, 6 singles out. So I would be putting out an album with just 4 new songs. And I felt like that would really be cheating my supporters and my fans. And because I dabble in so many genres, neo soul, jazz, hip hop, R&B, there was no way I could have an album that didn't have elements of all of those parts of me. So that's another reason why it took so long, because I had close to over 40, 50 songs that I recorded, and then we had to shrink it down to that. So
wow, I'd love to hear what your manager has to say about the decision process to cut down from 40 to 19. He's ripped me off taking a couple of songs off that album. But like I was saying, I had a look at the credits. A lot of people names pop up here. You're seeing Don Jazzy, Spells, Flavor, Del B, but Don Jazzy is a recurring kind of like recurring name on that album. You seem to have formed a really good working relationship with Don Jazzy, hence the single Eminado. Tell me first of all what the relationship is like and how it feels like just to walk into the studio and to have Don Jazzy there behind the board.
It's great. He's he's just a great musician, and sometimes I think I speak for all of us who are under Maven. You get nervous because you're just like, oh my God, what if he doesn't like my melodies and stuff? But he's very goofy in the studio. He's also very real. He'll tell you if he really likes it or if he doesn't think it'll work, but he'll allow you to express yourself. So it's great to work with someone like that, who I believe is a legend, but who's also humble enough to work with, new artists as well.
Absolutely. Eminado, I asked you a couple of minutes ago, what does Eminado mean? You've got it here, Factor 78 TV. Boom, let's go.
It's not what you guys think it means, especially you Yoruba people. It is not what you think. I walked into the studio and I saw Don Jazzy singing Eminado. So I asked him what it means, and he said it doesn't mean anything. It's just a word that he came up with, and he said to him it means good luck charm. So I was just like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. It's just like, it's music. It doesn't have to make sense as long as it feels good and it sounds right. So we rolled with it, and the acceptance has been huge. The song has really grown, so it means good luck charm according to Don Jazzy's dictionary.
We're gonna take it as what it meant. You've seen the ripple effect of what we call here in the UK Afrobeat, or basically Afro pop, Afro R&B, whatever it is you want to call it. It's a ripple effect coming from the likes of Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa. It's coming to the UK and has really taken a stronghold. What are your thoughts on the UK Afrobeat scene and basically just the industry as a whole? What's happening internationally, especially here in London, the UK, basically the capital of Afrobeats outside of Africa. What do you think about it?
It's great. I'm really excited. I feel blessed to be part of the revolution, which is what I think is going on. And it also feels amazing because there's a lot of negative things that come out of Nigeria in terms of, they see us as fraudsters, as even terrorists now, corruption. So it's great to have something positive coming out and something that, is being accepted outside of Nigeria. So I'm happy and I'm glad, and I pray it grows stronger, especially for female artists.
Absolutely. Well, it's always nice when you touch on the female artist. I had a discussion with your manager actually about, because he has his feelings about the fact that he wants to see more females do well in the industry. What exactly do you think is the holdback? Like we've seen the likes of Lolo Ray, we've seen Shay Shay, YJ, or Mawumi. These are people, May 7, people that really put out the performances and can really blow. But what is the holdback? Is it the guys? Are we doing something wrong? Or what is it?
No, I think In all honesty, I think in any industry, not just music, it takes a while for females to kind of catch up to men. Even in industries where you would think females would dominate, like chefs, for instance, you see more men, in that industry. So and like you said, it's a new thing that's growing out of Africa. So it's just taking a while for them to accept female artists, but like I said, it's growing really quickly, and we have to just keep working hard, and we have to just keep putting out quality music like the male artists are putting out.
Before I let you go, exactly, it's still about Once Upon a Time. If you haven't got this album yet, go buy it. Listen, you're darling. It's banging in my car right now. It's one of those ones that you just, once you pop it in, it has absolutely everything for everybody. So once you have that, just put it in and then tell me what you think. We're gonna get a couple of copies here, so you guys can win a few copies yourself.
Definitely. Signed copies. Absolutely.
Listen, man, you're talking about signed copies. I had to bring out my own, man. You didn't even know I had this. That's Love Tiwa. You didn't even know I had this. Like a few months ago, the Nigerian DJs UK had an event here in the UK, and the one young man by the name of Tiwa Savage came through. And he was speaking to people, and word got out that Tiwa Savage's brother was in the building. And it was like a queue. Everybody wanted an album, but when I got there, I said, "Listen, man, this is Faki 78, baby. I don't do nothing that's not signed." And he said he had one for me. So thank you very much, even though you didn't know.
Brothers, they've really been supporting, especially out here in the UK. So I really have to give it up to my family. They've been amazing.